Yo, call me an echidna the way I be knucking you. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Games Kids. Today, and only today, we are here to talk about the Knuckles show that is coming later this year. We got a ton of information today. Big news, big stuff to talk about. So let's get right into it, bro. Also, if you notice, I got a new microphone, I got a new mic set, so things are looking even more and more professional. First the camera, now this is like, I'm really out here, guys. I can't be giving you better quality content than this. So subscribe. So we got up this morning and just got an announcement from the Sonic movie Twitter. He's only been training for this his entire life. Production has started on the Knuckles, the Sonic movie spin-off series coming to Paramount Plus. So yeah, production has begun on this show. Now, for those of you that aren't, the big movie buffs, production basically means, it's almost like, pre-filming where, they're doing the sets, they're getting everything set up and all this stuff to get ready, for filming and all this stuff. It's basically everything is going down, everything is going down before it goes down. But obviously, if you are a Sonic fan, the biggest takeaway from this image is the iconic Knuckles cowboy hat. Now, it's funny about this hat that this hat has been like reoccurring more and more lately. We've had it. It came out, in that Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog game. Knuckles was wearing it. It was, in Sonic Speed Simulator. It's in the Sonic mobile game. It's made a bunch of modern day appearances, and I think they're starting to understand just how much people really love Knuckles OVA with the cowboy. And you know what? Keep it coming, man. I'm all for it. This announcement also felt planned because we're basically at the 1-year anniversary of the Sonic movie, so it made sense to, finally give an update on this, but we've got a lot more info to go over. So this comes away of Variety, which tells us that the live-action Knuckles series starring Idris Elba has assembled its cast. The show was first announced in February 2022, in addition to Idris Elba reprising his role of Knuckles. So I think, we pretty much figured, but some people I think were worried that maybe it was going to be, but rest assured, Idris Elba is going to be here to still be our boy Knuckles, the echidna, our go. And then here, we've learned that Adam Paley of Happy Endings, the mini project, is set to star in the series, once again playing the role of Wade Whipple from the film franchise. So yeah, Wade is going to be a main character here, and not just that, he's part of the synopsis, which is that the film takes place between the events of Sonic 2, Sonic 3, which is slated to hit theaters December 28th, in which the series Knuckles agrees to train Wade as his protege and teach him the ways of the Knuckles Echidna Warrior per the official log. I don't know why I said Knuckles Echidna, I meant just Echidna Warrior per the official logline. So yeah, this comment has said, a lot of people, not necessarily ablaze, but people having a conversation about, is this show just gonna be, slapstick stilly? Is this gonna get into lore? And, there's a whole conversation going on about it. So first of all, Wade, for those of you that don't remember Wade, he's sort of, the silly cop. He's friends with, Tom, and he obviously had a mini role in movie 2 where he was sort of, very goofy. But it's very clear that, he's a very silly character that probably wants to become better at what he does. And I think that almost matches him working with Knuckles. I feel like, Knuckles is someone who could teach him, how to be honorable and noble and all that stuff. And I feel like Wade's the type of person would be like, yes, no, I would love to learn everything under you, Mr. Knuckles. I could see that dynamic already. Would I have liked it to be, Agent Stone and Knuckles? That would have been really great. Yeah, but I'm just very curious to see, why Wade and what else they could do with that. Now, I know a lot of people, like I said, are worried about the plotline, but I wouldn't worry too much. This is just a synopsis of what the series is. Maybe in principle, it starts off as him, training Wade, but I think they're also going to go on an adventure together, whether it has to do with Master Emerald pieces being broken down, whether it's meeting Rouge, whether it's something, I feel like there's going to definitely be more to this story and world, that we're gonna figure out. And maybe it is a lighthearted story, but maybe it is something crazy. But I feel like the fact that it's set between Sonic movie 2 and 3, it's obviously gonna have some world buildup and setup, and the fact that they've got Idris, they've got the cast also in there, and more characters that we're about to talk about is gonna be very interesting. Now let's get into these additional cast members. We have Eddie Patterson from The Righteous Gemstones, we got Julian Brett from Mindhorn, we got Saad Mescoudi from Don't Look Up, and Ellie Taylor from Ted Lasso that will recur in these series. Now I looked up these actors because I have no fucking clue who these people are. This person right here seems like they're in a lot of comedies, like look at this. Yeah, she's, acted in comedies. This other person, Julian right here, also again known for comedies, right? This other person right here is Kid Cudi, all right? None other than Kid Cudi himself, going to be in the movie. So I guess he went from stars in the sky to being in, I don't know, in the world. Is he gonna be Kid Cudi? Is it gonna be like a recurring thing? Is he gonna teach, Knuckles, the Knuckles rap or something? Is he gonna jam with him? I don't fucking know, but I find it cool that Kid Cudi, is gonna be in this. He's done acting roles, so this isn't like a crazy thought process for him to be in the movie, but just really cool to see just another big name joining this franchise and seeing that he can pull this stuff. But again, Very random, but you know, I'm into it. We got this girl called Ellie Taylor, who again, right, is an English comedian. And then the last character who I think might be one of the villains of this plot is Rory McCann, who's a Scottish actor best known for portraying the Hound in Game of Thrones. If you guys haven't seen Game of Thrones, very, you know, dark character, and I think a lot of his roles, you know, are maybe villainous, except maybe Jumanji. I don't even know what he did in Jumanji, but maybe he was a villain there too. But yeah, it does seem like they're grabbing a lot of comedian actors. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean they're locked to comedy. They could be doing other stuff. I feel like maybe the reason they're comedic actors is they're gonna be friends with Wade, and they're gonna be maybe people like-minded like Wade in there, or people that interact with Knuckles and they're just really confused. Like, I feel like a lot of it is to contrast maybe how Knuckles is as a character, because obviously Knuckles in the movie, we see he's definitely a bit of a dunce, but that's more like his clueless side, not necessarily him being an idiot side of him, which I think is a better fit for Knuckles in that world. Again, we don't know what the roles of these characters are yet, so it's just hard to really discuss right now, and it's really hard to even gauge an idea of what the show is, again, besides Knuckles training Wade. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Is he training him? Like, is he gonna teach him how to use his gun? Is he gonna bring him to his tribe, you know, or whatever's left of that, you know, empty village? I have no idea. But continuing on here, production on the series is now underway in London. John Whittington, who worked on the screenplay for Sonic 2, wrote the pilot for Knuckles and serves as a head writer and executive producer on the series. Brian Schachter and James Medeski are also writers. Jeff Fowler, of course, who directed Sonic the Hedgehog films, will direct the pilot episode and executive produce the series. Neil M. H. Moritz and Toby Asher of original film and Turner. All members of the film's creative team serve as executive producers, as does Elba. Jed Wright, Brandon Strauss, Jorma Tacone, and Carol Banker are also directing episodes. Paramount Pictures and Sega of America produced. Blah, blah, blah. Sonic the Hedgehog was released in movie 2. Either way, we understand. I'm very curious, though, to see how this show works, because for a lot of people that don't know, like a lot of TV shows, the director of, you know, the show isn't necessarily the one who directs every episode. They'll direct, you know, major key episodes, but then they'll have, you know, extra directors in there like they're doing here. So I'm very curious to see, like, how they handle, you know, the tone of the show, the style of it. I do think they know what they're doing, right? I mean, they had the Knuckles cowboy hat, so obviously they know what's going on here. But also an interesting thing to notice, yeah, no Donut Lord, you know, no Maddie, no Sonic or Tails confirmed in here. This seems like it really is purely going to be Knuckles, and I don't know if, you know, maybe we'll get a Sonic cameo at the end, or maybe they don't want to say anything yet and additional roles will be conducted. But I feel like this would have been the day to say, like, yeah, hey, Knuckles, this is going to be a Knuckles series, and you will see guest appearances from, you know, these other characters. But I do think it is going to be a Knuckles focused show, and I'm not opposed to that. But for now, we are sort of left in not necessarily the dark, but a bit of that question of, like, how lighthearted is this going to be versus serious? To be fair, like, the Sonic movies aren't dark. I mean, they are comedies inherently, right? They're very funny movies. Sonic movie 2 had some serious moments and had Sonic lore stuff, but a lot of times, you know, it was gags, it was funny moments, which I think works, you know, in that live action movie verse. Also, in terms of release dates, remember, TV shows take a little less time than movies to pump out there, so I do still think this show has a chance of releasing this year. I still think it could have, you know, a November, late October release date pretty much, because again, it is shorter run times and they can get the production done and all this stuff much faster than they would for, you know, big budget movies that are 2-3 hour productions. Obviously, TV shows, you know, are long inherently by episodes, but we also don't know how they're doing this show. I mean, are they doing like, yeah, here's 6 episodes and we're gonna get a season 2? Is it just, you know, a series and it's done? I don't really know how Paramount Plus operates with their seasons, but I feel like it's going to be one mini series and that's it, because it's gonna tie in and lead to Sonic Movie 3. Regardless, I hope we get a lot of cool Sonic stuff in here. You know, as much as, you know, Wade getting more of a character is gonna be fun and getting a lot of Knuckles is gonna be in here, I really wonder if they're gonna introduce any Sonic character. I mean, I feel like the most fitting would be obviously Rouge. You know, she's a massive part of just Knuckles' storyline with, you know, the Master Emerald, especially when it comes to Sonic Adventure 2 plotline stuff. But I don't really know at this point which character is coming next before Shadow. I mean, I don't think Shadow is going to be the only character in movie 3. I think Amy is definitely going to be a part of that movie. It's Amy or Rouge. I feel like they've got to finally add, you know, a girl character to the cast, you know, from the series, because obviously, you know, they're very important characters to Sonic, but I also think, like, you just, at some point, you need to introduce one, you know, so, you know, everyone feels included in this cast and story and everything. Obviously, you know, as long as they handle it right, and they're not just shoehorning characters to shoehorn them in. But yeah, that's all we really know about the show so far. I'm very excited. I'm happy Knuckles got the cowboy hat in there, and I can't wait to see what's going on, because again, Knuckles Idris Elba was one of my favorite things from Sonic Movie 2 and just a massive highlight for me. So to see more of him in that world and everything is all I've ever wanted. So guys, let me know what you are most excited about. What do you really want to see from the Knuckles show? Okay, let me know. And of course, I'll see you all next time. Peace out. I love you.